Hello and good day everyone. Welcome to my channel, Teatime and Spells. My name is Mellissa. This is Mr. Scrooge, aka Drago, and he doesn't want to join me today. He's been kind of in a sour mood. He's kind of shedding, so he doesn't want to be around people right now because he's growing to be quite big. Anyways, today in my video, I'm going to be showcasing what I got for Black Friday with Diamond Art Club. And I am going to say that I am very proud of myself. I only bought 2. That was it. Out of the 111 drops that Diamond Art Club had, I bought just 2. And I'm very pleased with myself. I showed a lot of restraint, and I really tried to focus on the kits and the art that really spoke to me. I tried to have some self-control, tried to be really conscious and intentional with my purchases for Black Friday this year, and overall, I was very happy. So, if you are curious to see what I have in this lovely box, then go ahead and grab yourself a snack, maybe something to drink, an animal companion if you have one, and let's get into it. All right, Mr. Scrooge is ready to inspect what I have received. So my first kit for the Black Friday haul is this pretty Pumpkin Nook by Yume Art. Fun fact, this is actually my first Yume Art kit, and I'm very excited about it. Look at that, super pretty. And a nice decent size, not too big. It's 25.6 by 25.6 or 65 by 65 centimeters. So nothing too terribly large. A lot of our stuff these days, actually a lot of kits in general seem to be running on the higher end. So super excited about that one. What do you think, Drago? Take it or leave it, huh? He's a harsh critic. That's why he's named Scrooge. Is that your nickname? We need to get you a little Christmas hat. Santa hat for some Christmas spirit. Yeah? Well, what about this next one? Let's see what he has to say about this next one. Ooh, this one I'm super excited about. Spellbound Secrets by Bug. When I saw the sneak peek for this one, I knew I had to have this one. This one I loved so much, but this came out the weekend before Black Friday, so I kind of wanted to wait to see if I can kind of combine it with any specials. This was my first Black Friday with Diamond Art Club, and I didn't know what to expect. Everybody kept hyping it up, saying, "Oh my God, it's going to be the best. You're going to be so excited. You're going to be overwhelmed." I'm not going to lie, I was very disappointed. It was more of like a lackluster disappointment because I kind of expected more. The live stream that Lindsay and Katie did was awesome. Like, that really was fun. That kind of gave the old Black Friday spirit, the whole anticipation. But the 111 kits that came out, there was really only a couple that I liked. This one was the one that I liked the most. And I'm trying to think of any of the others. I mean, there was a couple Marigold and Sully ones, but to be honest, I was like, oh, they're cute. And that was kind of it. Thank goodness, because I heard that the Marigold and Sully rainy day one was, yeah, it was like one of the hardest to get to. Are you over it? Are you saying you're done? Yeah? All right. Drago's gonna leave us because he said he's had enough, so he's gonna go off and enjoy some bugs. All right, Mr. Scrooge is currently sunbathing on his rock after being fed a few treat worms, so we appreciated his presence today, but that's about as much as he can handle. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Out of the 111 drops that we got, there was really only a couple that kind of stood out to me. There was a really pretty Aria illustration one about the girl who was kind of sitting down. That one was cute. Obviously not a must-have for me. To be honest, the one that was like a must-have for me was this one, and it came out the weekend before. It was round. It was a nice size at 22 by 31 inches. It gave off Hocus Pocus feels with like Book of Spells, like book. I love it. Bug's one of my favorites. I really do like a lot of her work. But do I have to collect all of it? No, that's expensive as it is. And I'm trying not to have that kind of mentality. As I said earlier, I'm trying to be very conscious and very specific with the kind of kits that I want to buy. I don't want to buy a kit from an artist that I love just because it's from that artist. I'd love to support that artist, but I can't realistically afford every single kit that they have, nor do I have the time to do that. Plus, that really limits my time and energy to just a specific artist when there are other artists I would like to try out. For instance, Yume. Yume has a lot of really pretty pieces, but they're also, most of the time, really big. The one that really comes to mind is The Great Escape, the one of the girl reading in the library. That's gorgeous. I really love that one, but it's massive. And to be honest, I am burnt out on big pieces right now thanks to Autumn Sunset, so I kind of want to focus on smaller pieces. Although it's not like Pumpkin Nook is that small at 65 by 65 centimeters. But I couldn't pass it up. I mean, it's a pumpkin. I love Halloween. I'm in the Halloween spirit year round. And I'm trying to channel those vibes right now when it's in the middle of a blizzard and it's winter outside. But this kit has 84 colors. No, 80 colors. 2 of them are ABs, 3 fairy dusts. 80 colors, but 68,000 diamonds. So actually not too bad. I love the color variations. Oh, and I loved, whoops, kind of bumped the camera. I loved how it looked charted when Katie from Diamonds and Washi sneak peeked it. I love all the little details. I like details. And I was kind of going back and forth with my husband. I'm like, this looks like a boy. And he's like, that's a girl. To be honest, in my opinion, it could be either or. It doesn't really matter what gender the character is. I just like the character. But I ended up going on, I think it was Instagram, and Yume Art says her, so it is a female. Not that it matters, it really doesn't. But I loved the character, and I loved all the little side characters, all the little animals that play a role in it, like the cute little bat, and we got, you know, what looks to be either mice or bunnies. Whoa, probably mice? I can't tell. That'll be a fun surprise when we get to it. But yeah, so that's Pumpkin Nook by Yume Art. And then the last one, Spellbound Secrets by Chrysabug. So this one is 22 by 31. It is round. So the last one was a square, this one's a round. And this one has 65 colors, 2 ABs, 1 iridescent, and 5 fairy dust. Okay, so I'm learning, and hopefully I didn't just mess it up, that the iridescent are more of like a crystal look. I have yet to do a kit with iridescence. I have a couple that have an iridescent diamond in it, but I have yet to actually work on them yet. The one that comes to mind that I want to work on pretty soon here is Rainy Day Mermaid by Erica the Goober. That one I know has an iridescent and it's in like the flame. It was only a few. I mean, it was really very sporadic, but I'm really curious about that one. And I think Ocean Empress by Rita Kanya, Aria Illustrations, has a special drill in it. I don't think it's an iridescent. I think it's like a quad. And I haven't tried that one yet, but I'm really excited to try those ones. So yeah, these are the 2 that I got. Let's quickly open them up. I'm not going to go and do like a full unboxing and, you know, check out where all the specials are or anything like that. But I do kind of want to take a look and see what kind of treasure quest cards we got and just kind of unroll them and get an idea of the scope and size of each of them. So let's take a look at the first one. All right, so while I'm undoing it, how was your guys' Thanksgiving and Black Friday? Did you do any traveling? Did you hit up any special Black Friday deals? It was a very winter stormy kind of a weekend for us here in South Dakota during Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Not a great time to travel. Thankfully, I didn't have to travel. My parents lived 2 blocks away and they were hosting Thanksgiving. So I didn't have to travel very far, which I'm very grateful for. And as for like Black Friday deals, to be honest, a lot of the retailers, especially after COVID, they moved to like all month long for deals, and a lot of them are online these days. So my mom, my sister, and I, we still got up at, 5 and went around the stores, mainly Target, Walmart, and Hobby Lobby. We didn't go very far, and then we had breakfast. But it was still fun to get together. All right, there it is. I think, is that a silver? Let me see. It is! I got a silver treasure quest card for Pumpkin Nook. Oh, you know what I should have looked for on Black Friday? I should have looked for a card container, a trading card container. I have one. I have a binder for my amiibo cards for Animal Crossing. I really should look to see if there's one that I should get for my Diamond Art Club Treasure Quest cards. All right, here is the color story. What a very unique color scheme. It's got like almost all the colors of a rainbow in here. Some really interesting colors. I love this one. This like a turquoise kind of a green color. That one's really pretty. Got a blue. So we got this AB blue, kind of like an olive green AB, yellow fairy dust, yellow turquoise, and this really pretty pink fairy dust. But wow, what a very unique color story. Huh. I can't wait to work on this one. This one will be so much fun. I wonder if there's a Yume event. I'm sure there is. Well, there has to be, because I have a Bijou Bliss tray that was supposed to be, I thought it was for Yume. Let's see. I have it right here. This one. Yeah, May with Yume 2025. So, if there is another Yume event going on in May of 2026, this would be perfect for that. Yeah. Oh, how exciting. I love it when you get something that kind of corresponds with an event coming up. All right, but let's look at this big O canvas. Put everything to the side. You know, something I just realized, Diamond Art Club changed their packaging, the big box, and I noticed it with the most recent Christmas haul ones. But for some reason, the ones that I got today have the old style box. They don't have like that sleeve. It's kind of unique. Somebody had mentioned, I think it was Tiffany from Diamonds at Tiffany, that she thinks that the reason why they did that was more of a cost-effective measure, because it was probably cheaper to just, update the sleeve of the box instead of the whole box. That makes sense. It makes perfect sense, actually. Ooh. So it's a perfect square, which I don't have too many kits that are perfect squares, to be honest, and not too terribly large either. No, not at all. In fact, we look at the perforated squares. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. So about 30, 32-ish total squares, 33-ish. That's not bad. If you did one a day, then you would be looking at getting it done within a month, which is kind of around the time frame that I do. I usually work on about one of these, sometimes 2 a day, but this seems to be like my sweet spot, just one of these. So, ooh, and we're getting lots of glare. Let's see if we can't move. Oh, that's coming from my overhead light, unfortunately. Okay, let's see if we can't. There we go. Kind of smooth out her face a little bit. Ooh, I like that. Plus, I like all the books. Very nice. Oh, that looks so good. So that iridescent, was this the one that had the iridescent? No, this was not the one with the iridescent. That's Spellbound Secrets, the Crystal one. Nope, this one just had the ABs and the fairy dust. Okay. Oh, that looks so good. Love it. Oh, can't wait to work on that one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section below. Is there a Yume event coming up? Because if there is, I'm definitely gonna be saving this one for that event. It's always fun to join people for their events. I was kind of bummed that the Cat Fedora one happened at the same time, roughly, as Drills and Chills. And I just didn't have enough time to work on it, unfortunately, which I was really bummed about because it may have convinced me to work on it more than I have. But I'll have to try it again. There's no rush, right? We do this hobby for the relaxation, not for us to count how many we do in a month just to be cool like everybody else. I mean, obviously, we want to try to get through, you know, the ones, as many as we want, just so that we can work on the next one because we want to do that image because it's so gorgeous. But at the same time, it's not about the numbers. It's about the process, and it's supposed to be relaxing. It's hard not to consume and get, you know, kind of overwhelmed with the numbers. I find that with reading too. Like, everybody's reading like a book in 2-3 days, and I'm like, no, I kind of want to take my time. I'm really taking my time with the Throne of Glass books because, you know, I've been reading those since January. I am almost to the end though. I'm currently reading Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn at the same time, the tandem read, which I was at first intimidated, but now I'm loving it. It's like a TV show in my mind where you're jumping around from character to character. So for those who don't know, Throne of Glass is Sarah J. Maas, A Court of Thorns and Roses' first series, and it really follows quite a large group of people. They all kind of converge together. And Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn, the way it was written is you're following one group of characters in one book, and then the sequel, you're following the second group of characters, but you kind of go back to the same time in the events as the first book. And so to kind of stay up to date with like the timeline and all the events happening, it's recommended that you tandem read or read at the same time these two books. And I'm currently halfway through both of them, and it's good. I'm finally getting into the series. It only took 5 books, but it's worth it. It's good. All right, so Spellbound Secrets. And yeah, this one has the old style box, not the sleeve. Kind of interesting. And where's my treasure quest card? There it is. And what do we got here? Looks like a bronze. Is it a bronze? Looks like a bronze. It is a bronze. Awesome. And color story, this one had what, 60 something colors? 65. Okay, so that iridescent gem, that's L712. So it's kind of like almost like a cream off-white. Okay. This one's definitely a more muted palette, more of those browns and blues, which is to be expected, and purples, which I love my purple. Ooh, that's a really pretty purple. That's a really pretty blue too. All right, let's take a look at this one. This one's a 22 by 31. So this one's, my sweet spot's usually around 22 by 28. So this is a little bit larger, but that's okay. It's a round, and rounds tend to go quicker. They tend to be about the same time frame, at least for me, again, personal, but they tend to take about as long as a 22 by 31 round is about as long as a 22 by 28 square for me, if that makes sense. Ooh. Oh, that is so awesome. Look at the eye. Oh, please tell me that that crystal drill is in the eyes. Let's see, what is it? What do you call this symbol? What would you guys call it? This one right here. Yeah, what would you guys call this symbol? I don't even know what I would call this symbol. Hey, what would you call that symbol right there, hon?
Fidget spinner.
A fidget spinner. There you go. There's the fidget spinner symbol. What about you? What would you call this number or that symbol?
The arrow?
No, it's not an arrow. It's above the arrow.
Oh, that? Oh.
What would you call that?
Drone.
A drone. Okay, so we got the fidget spinner or we got a drone. I can see both of those. In the comment section below, let me know. What do you guys call that symbol? I'm trying to think of what I call it even in my head. The squiggly lines symbol? I mean, I have no clue. Okay, but that's our iridescent. So, is it in the eye at all? No, it is not. Interesting. So if it is not in the eye, is it around the book? This is the one I want to see. Where's our fidget spinner hovercraft looking symbol?
Is it here?
Oh, you found it. Okay.
Where?
My husband found it. It's in the back of all places.
Oh.
It's in the background. In the moon. Oh, how neat. That's an interesting place for it. So it's really going to make, like, I think it's the moon. It may not even be the moon, but it's going to make whatever that background is pop quite a bit with crystals. Interesting. Okay. All right. Oh, she's so pretty. Let's look at her face a little bit. Oh, you know, one of the things, there was one more kit, now that I think of it. There was another kit during the Black Friday drop that I was actually really, really excited about, but I ultimately didn't get because of the size. And it was that dragon one, the rainbow dragon one with the boy who was reading, and there was this really cool dragon. It was huge. So many colors. I think it was by Geneva Bowers. It was so gorgeous. And I know a lot of people really liked the look of that one, and I did too, but oh my gosh, is that one was so big. It had so many colors, so many specials. I think they said like 17 or something. It was awesome. But if there was one thing I would say about Diamond Art Club's drop, there was a lot that didn't appeal to me. Just a lot of cutesy ones, or just ones that, you know, wasn't my style, and that's okay. Out of 111, if only a couple appealed to me, that's okay. Because I know that there were a lot more that appealed to a lot of other people. I don't expect Diamond Art Club to cater to me or my style. That's okay. If there was one thing I was really, really impressed with, though, is the amount of males that I saw in this latest drop, and people of color. And I thought that was really awesome. I love the fact that, you know, she's a person of color, because I don't have a lot of art with her, with you know, a person of color. In fact, the one that comes to mind that is darker skinned is my favorite one, Teatime Spell. Let me take you off here and show you. I mean, she's on my wall. She is gorgeous. Oh. But as you can see, she's darker skinned too. And I love that. You know, I don't care so much about like gender or race or anything like that, but I do like cultural references, and I do like the fact that it's something different than the pretty blonde white person. I like seeing people of color, because we are a world full of colorful people, and it deserves to be celebrated. And I really liked the boy with the rainbow dragon. Like, to me, that screamed such a pride picture. One that I would love to have, but too big for me, to be quite honest. But I did see quite a few newer pieces that were being introduced, and I did like that. There could always be more, absolutely. I think we've been saying we need more male characters for sure, because we don't have enough. But, you know, the fact that we got a couple was good. It's a good start, because, you know, if we never get any, then we never make progress. So that's it for me. That is my Black Friday haul. Very calm and very manageable compared to some others, and I'm okay with that. I want to keep my stash manageable, and I think I'm at like 20 something, maybe 22, which isn't too bad. I definitely need to whittle that down, and I'm probably gonna go, I wouldn't say a no buy, But I'm going to be continuing my very intentional spending. I'm taking time to stop and be like, okay, is this what I really want? Would I be remiss if I did not get this particular one? You know, when it came to Spellbound Secrets right here, I had obviously a whole week to decide on if I wanted it or not. And I really wanted it, but I was like, you know, I have so many in my collection that I'm excited about, but I do really like that one. This one called to me. Okay. And then when I saw Katie from Diamonds and Washi do the sneak peek of this one, I'm like, ooh, I really, really like this one. This one's really calling to me. And this one was like the only one from the Black Friday drop. And I'm like, okay, well, it's 30% off. You got to get at least 2 for free shipping. We all know that. And I'm like, well, I know for a fact I want this one for sure. So if I only got 1 more, that was okay. 2's good. But I'll be honest, I'm a Diamond member. I was on the site exactly at 11 o'clock my time, Central Standard Time, and I swiftly put this one in my cart, and I waited. I waited a good 15 seconds, and I really asked myself, okay, is this what I really want? Is this my intention? Like, I really stopped and asked myself that. During the time when everybody was crashing the website, I stopped and did this, knowing that the website was crashing because I was hearing it on the live stream. And I was like, okay, if this crashes, would I be upset? Yes and no. But was I happy that it went through? Yes. What, did I get it for a great deal? Yes. Shoot, with the 30% off, I think I paid like $95 for both of them, which is really good. I mean, it was a great deal, but I am trying not to get sucked into the, I don't want to call it a scam, but the illusion that you should buy more because it's on sale for a good time, for a good deal. Instead, I made sure to get the stuff that I really wanted, things that were on my list this Black Friday, you know, outside of diamond painting, and I was intentional with my spending. In fact, I was way under budget for Black Friday, and that's the first that's ever happened. I think I wasn't really in a spending mood, or I just was trying to be in a more intentional spending mood. You know, with the way the economy is here in the US, and actually, granted, around the world, I think we're all kind of shifting into that mindset a little bit, although we can all get a little carried away when it comes to our favorite hobbies, and that's okay. We need to have a little bit of joy in our lives. We work hard for it, right? So these were my Black Friday hauls from Diamond Art Club. The only place I got Black Friday / Cyber Monday was actually Pure Bliss Wax Company. And I waited until their showcase that Katie did for the monthly box to see if I wanted the box, and I didn't. But there were a couple scents that I wanted, and I did want to finally try out a putty shop. Kate from Kate's Creative Space. Check her out, by the way. She's awesome. She made a comment in one of her videos, one of her vlogs, about how, you know, you hear about all these places, these Etsy stores for wax and for putty, and it gets really overwhelming. And I understood and related to that so much because I haven't bought a putty or a wax from anyone yet because I've been so overwhelmed by all the choices. I mean, there's Tracy's DP World, there's Crafts with Crashly, there's Pure Bliss Wax Company, Mary Mud. I mean, there's so many. And finally, I'm like, okay, I've had my eye on Pure Bliss. I told myself come Cyber Monday, Black Friday, I would finally get something, and I did. I finally broke down and did it. I think she had like 20 or 30% off or something like that. But I got myself a couple wax and a couple putty. I could finally try out one because believe it or not, I've been using the putty that Diamond Art Club introduced in the very beginning. Let me see if I got some handy to show you. I do. It looks really ugly. But this was the wax, or I'm sorry, this was the white putty that came original to those little twist and pick pins in the very beginning. They eventually, moved over to like a clearish wax, but this is my only experience with putty. And I hated it at first until I learned how to use it. And now I tend to use it in my multi-placer quite a bit. Although I tend to have to like really renew it quite a bit. This is the twist and pick end, and I do refill it for this. But I kind of wanted to try a new putty, maybe one with a nice scent, which, ooh, that was my biggest thing. Scents are very subjective, and I'm taking a chance on a couple of them. One of them's like a pumpkin, which you can't go wrong with pumpkin, in my opinion. And then I think another one I did was the reindeer poop limited edition scent. And that was kind of like a cloves and cinnamon one. And then I think it's called Winter Candied Apple, which that one is probably the one that I'm like, but it's apple and it's got vanilla or something like that. So hopefully we'll see. When I get that, I will definitely share it on my channel so that we can take a look at it together. It'll be my first time ordering off of Pure Bliss Wax. So stay tuned for that one. But that is going to be it for me for this video. Let me know in the comment section below, what did you guys do for Thanksgiving? How was your Black Friday? Did you rein it in, or did you go all out because this is what you saved up for all year round? I'm very curious. Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and if you want to stay tuned for future videos, hit subscribe. Otherwise, that's it for me for today. Thanks everyone. Have a good one. Bye.